I've had literally some emails and messages asking me what I have in my camera bag. Well, as you can see, I'm really Michael Two Bags Browne because I have two outfits. I have my office, which fits in this backpack, and I have my professional kit, which goes into this bag here. But what's in there, what's the difference, and why do I use them? I thought we'd come out here into the sunshine rather than sit in a stuffy old office. I'll show you around. This looks like a good spot to have a chat with you. So let's have a little look in the mobile office first. What have we got in here? This is what I use whilst traveling, when in other countries, when we're doing workshops overseas, etc., such as Iceland, Myanmar, Lanzarote. Obviously, I've got to have one of these for image editing, for sorting out raw files, for showing people what's happening on the workshop. And I've still got to run the business, you know, I've still got to answer emails and all that kind of stuff. So in the back lives my laptop. There's a grey card. This is mostly used when doing video, so I can get a white balance, though I do still occasionally use it to get a white balance when shooting stills. Very, very useful. You take a shot with the grey card, then in Lightroom, etc., you can use the grey card to colour balance all of your images working forwards. The bag itself is a think tank. I can't remember the name. I think it's a think tank Streetwalker hard drive, Groovy. So this is the one that I use, and I find it incredibly useful. There's loads of great pockets, there's loads of great storage space. In my little pockets here, I've just got things like spare memory cards going on, a pen, spare glasses. I lose a pair of those a week usually whilst traveling and working. I kind of like this bag because it also has a waterproof cover, so when you're out in the pouring rain, nothing gets soaking wet. I've even got earplugs in case I'm with anyone who's boring and they talk too much. Only joking. Anyway, inside the bag, let's have a little look at the bit you're interested in, and that's of course the kit, the cameras. Well, when traveling and moving around, I use my little Fuji Xt-1 a lot. It's a brilliant little camera. It's very compact, it's very small. There's tons of electronics, admittedly, which I find slightly frustrating at times. But nonetheless, it takes amazing pictures. And look how tiny it is. Look how small that camera is. Perfect for traveling. I have lenses. I've got a 10 to 24mm Fujinon lens that goes with it. They're absolutely superb. The lens cap has come off as usual, so I've got a dirty lens, but it doesn't matter. Don't panic when it comes to cleaning lenses. Just give them a clean. It doesn't matter. A little bit of dust, it's not a problem. Just don't get dust on your sensor. That is a problem. The other lens I travel with is the 55 to 200 Fujinon lens. So that is my Fuji Xt-1 kit. I really like this little camera. It's great if I need to do a quick video in a hurry because it shoots some excellent video with a minimum of fuss. Personally, I find DSLRs to be very cumbersome when it comes to filming video. But Xt-1, 18 to 55 standard lens, the 55 to 200 medium to long lens, and the 10 to 24 wide angle. Great little outfit there. Obviously, there's other things that need to be carried. Chargers, cables, things like that. Plenty of USB cables, because when working on the road with a laptop, some image files are pretty big. So I always work with an external hard drive. One of those is with me on the road, and if I'm away for an extended period of time, I bring a backup hard drive with me to make sure that everything is backed up. I know I rant on about backing stuff up, but can you imagine the misery of going off to somewhere like Iceland? You've got all your pictures, you get them downloaded, everything's all sorted out, your hard drive fails on your computer. Back stuff up. Always work with external hard drives. I also have a pack of batteries with me because I'm often videoing as well, so I always make sure I have a good pack of rechargeable batteries. It's not so much for using a flash, because as you can see, this kit doesn't have a flash. I don't use one if I can possibly avoid it. But when I'm shooting a lot of video, I usually need batteries for the sound equipment. So also in this bag will go my video camera, which is a little Sony, and I'm going to show you that in a moment. We're going to have to do a little camera swap. In the top of the bag, I have another little bag here for carrying sound equipment. That all lives in this little top pocket. Right now, as you can see, it's kind of flaccid. That's because there's nothing in there. I'm using the sound equipment. Radio mic, here we go. There's one there. There's another mounted on top of the video camera, so you can hear me. Other things I always carry is a cable release. If If you want to do some nighttime time exposures, it's really great to have a cable release so you don't wobble your camera when operating the shutter. Or maybe you want to use a leaf filter, a big stopper, you want to do some slow exposures. You don't want to be touching your camera if you can possibly help it. So I always have a cable release. I have a little puffer to make sure I can just blow dust off my sensor. I find this to be incredibly useful. And cleaning cloths so I can give the lenses a clean. But really and truthfully, that is about it. Battery chargers, lenses, and the little Fuji. Plus, of course, my video camera. Now, the shot has probably changed a little bit because now I've swapped cameras. The Fuji is videoing me, and I've got the Sony in my hand. The Sony is a Sony Pxw 70. This is a 4K ready video camera. It's an extremely good little camera indeed. As you can probably see, I've got sound equipment on the top, I've got radio mic on the top. This is the sound equipment that lives in this little bag here. It's got a great flip out monitor. It's got everything I need to be able to make some really good quality videos whilst on the road and traveling. I'm not going into all the specs of it, but I just wanted to show it to you so you've got an idea of what I carry around with me. Right, let's swap the cameras back and then we'll have a look in the other bag. My old low pro bag, which I've had for years. It's a really good bag. It's even starting to go red where it's faded in the sun. But it's lasted a long time and it's been excellent. Please don't ask me what model it is, and I know you want to know, but unfortunately I can't remember. I bought it years ago and there's nothing on here to tell me. Living inside it is my Nikon kit. Now, you may be surprised because I know a lot of photographers think that I've got tons and tons and tons of gear, and I haven't. As you probably know from most of my videos, I'm not really into tons of equipment and having loads of gear. You don't necessarily need it unless you're doing something particularly specialised. So what have I got? I have my Nikon D600 body, which I've been using for quite a while for professional work. So why would I choose the Nikon for professional work over the little Fuji? Well, there's no great shakes between the two. It's just that I find the DSLR, it just works faster. It fits in my hand better, and I quite like the weight of it. I find I can hold it steady. The autofocus on this is very, very fast. That's really all it is. I have a slightly larger file size, slightly more megapixels. I don't know, depends what a client wants to do with the image file, but they may want to use a bigger image. They might want to make a very large poster. On this, lenses, so on this lens on here is my 24-70. It's a full frame camera with a full frame lens. 24-70mm Nikon f2.8 ED. Great lens, great body, does a really good job. The other lens which I have with me for professional work is I have a 2.8 70-2N. This is the VR Nikon ED. You know me, I'm not very good at knowing what I've got, have I? AFS VR Nikon 70-200 f2.8 throughout the range. Very, very good quality lens. Takes great images. I like the 2.8 bit because I can have very, very shallow depths of fields if I wish, for different shots that I choose to take. Just give me a little bit more creativity that I can play with. Notice I've got lens hoods on both of these. I always use my lens hoods. They're just inverted whilst they're in the bag. But another lens I have in here, and I use this occasionally in the videos, which I'm sure some of you guys have seen, and this is my particularly ancient, virtually prehistoric Nikon 70-200 1.456 lens. This dates back to when I was shooting film on an f90. I've had it a very long time. It's a pretty good quality lens. I can get very, very close to subjects. It's got a little macro facility on the end of the zoom ring here. I use this quite often in videos because I just want you guys to see that a lens like this, which today you could pick up an immaculate one on eBay for about £40, as opposed to a lens like this, which will be about £1,500, you can still take great images. You don't need to go bonkers buying expensive kit. If you can afford it and you like it, do it. If it makes you happy. If you're doing sports, if you need a wide aperture for low light or shallow depths of field, do it. But you don't need it necessarily. What else have I got in here? I do have a flash. I've got a SB900 Nikon flash. Just occasionally a little puff of fill-in flash is useful, but it's very, very rare I use a flash if I can possibly avoid it. With full frame and high ISO performance, I prefer not to use flash and use available light because it keeps the mood of a place. It makes it look more natural, more pleasing, much more friendly. As with the Fuji kit, I also have a cable release for the Nikon for the same reasons. Slow exposures, we don't want to induce camera shake, so it's much better not to touch the camera than to use a cable release. What else have I got in here? That really is about it. In the back there's a couple of spare batteries, there's a charger, always need a charger, a couple of spare batteries, there's another one in here somewhere but I'm not sure where it is because I'm a scatterbrained whatever. What's in the front? I don't really know my own kit, do I? Oh, there's a bunch of filters, bits and pieces. There's a couple of close-up filters. There's a polarizer. There's odds and sods. There's another little cable release here if I want to do a quick lock it onto a tripod. Cleaning tissues. But that really is about it. And I know it's a surprisingly Spartan kit, but it still allows me to get the shots that I need. I'm not into kit, I'm not into having loads and loads of stuff to carry around. It's the photographer that takes the picture, not this stuff, not the camera. I can take images with this or with my little Fuji kit, and the chances are you can't tell the difference. In fact, I'm going to show you a few right now. So there you go, could you tell the difference? Do you know which shot I took with the Fuji and which shot I took with the Nikon? Obviously not, you see. Anyway, there it is really. It's photography is about you, it's understanding what you're doing, it's about the photographer thinking your way through the picture, which is why I created the 7 building blocks of photography course. It's about practice, it's about learning, it's about getting into the field, not so much about the kit. But I know lots of people wanted to know, so I hope you enjoyed coming down by the sea here for me to give you a brief overview of what I've got. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to be notified each time we upload one of our cool photography videos, or for more great photo tips, workshops and training, come and see us at our website, photographycourses.biz.